Hello again, and welcome to Earhorn. Today's video is from an Ask Reddit question entitled, "What mind-blowing but simple facts would satisfy a 4-year-old daughter's daily request for one fact before bedtime?" If you enjoyed this video, please like and subscribe for more. Now let's get into the facts. The name for the Arctic comes from the ancient Greek word for bear, Arctos, because there are bears there. So basically, the Arctic is called bear, and the Antarctic is called not bear. This list of what groups of animals are called, i.e. a group of elephants is a parade, a group of owls is a parliament, a group of wild cats called a destruction. I included this link in the description below. It's got a pretty good list of animal group names such as a clouder or a glaring of cats, business of ferrets, charm of foxes, mac of jellyfishes, a pandemonium of parrots, a prickle of porcupines, and a bale or a nest of turtles. I always thought it was a herd of turtles. Bees tell their friends about good nearby flowers by dancing. Butterflies smell with their feet. Chocolate was once used as currency. By the Aztecs, more accurately, cacao beans were used. Worms have 5 hearts. The surface of Mars is covered in rust, making the planet appear red. The red food coloring, carmine, that's used in a lot of candy is made up of a kind of beetle. There's a train station in Japan that has a cat station master, currently Nitama. A couple years ago, we backed a documentary on Kickstarter called Cat Nation to look into the crazy cat culture of Japan. They go all over Japan talking to people that love their cats, and the train station and station master cat is one of the places they visit. If you love cats, I definitely recommend checking out this documentary. I put some links below to where you can find it on Vimeo, Google, iTunes, etc. Cows have best friends and get stressed when separated. Tomatoes were once thought to be inedible since they're in the same family as nightshade, which is poisonous. ETA, because I got a lot of comments about this one. Tomatoes' acidity interacted with lead plates, leading to lead poisoning. Apples float, but pears sink. Apples float because they are 25% air. Wombat poop is cube-shaped. There are more stars than there are grains of sand on all of the beaches in the world. Cows can walk upstairs, but they can't walk down. Most elephants weigh less than a blue whale's tongue. The distance from your inner elbow to your wrist is the same as the length of your foot. This one is fun because it sounds insane. The forearm looks longer, but if you put your foot to your arm, you see that it's accurate. If you put both hands in front of you and air write a word, your non-dominant hand will write an exact mirror of your dominant hand without you having to think about it. It will work with shapes too, if she's too young to write words. In Switzerland, it's illegal to own just one guinea pig. If you have any, you have to have at least 2. They get lonely. Your hand is exactly the same size as your face. Hippopotamus milk is pink. Some fish cough. Don't eat too many carrots or your skin will turn orange. Some frogs will glow when they eat fireflies. Before 1913, parents could mail their kids to grandma's through the postal service. Horses are more closely related to rhinos than to deer. Kangaroos can't walk backwards. Neither can emus, which is why they're featured on the Australian coat of arms as it symbolizes our country always moving forward. Pineapples used to be so expensive that people would rent them as a centerpiece for their party. Scotland's national animal is a unicorn. single strand of spaghetti is a spaghetto. At birth, a baby panda is smaller than a mouse. Violin bows are usually made from horsehair. The color red doesn't make bulls angry, they are colorblind. Herring fish communicate with flatulence. If you heat up a magnet, it loses its magnetism. It snows metal on planet Venus. Garlic attracts leeches. In 1992, a shipping crate full of 28,000 rubber ducks fell off a ship. They kept washing up for years. Lobster used to be considered a poor man's food. In the 17th and 18th centuries, American colonists found an overwhelming amount of lobster on the shore in giant mounds, sometimes up to a man's knees. There was so much of it, in fact, that a child could go down to the shore and come home with buckets full of dinner. People became sick of it and started feeding it to their farm animals while natives used it as fertilizer. Due to this, it gained a stigma being associated with poverty. The only people who ate it were slaves, indentured servants, and prisoners. A group of servants from Massachusetts actually sued because they were so sick of eating lobster, and the courts ruled that they would only have to eat it 3 times a week. It wasn't until the 1800s this started to change because railway managers discovered if they charged for lobster as if it were a delicacy to people who did not know its disgusting reputation, and people did actually like it. By 1920, it becomes the food of choice for the world's aristocrats. However, its popularity took a dive during the Great Depression and once again became a poor man's food. But by 1950, it had come back in fashion as the luxury food we know today. You can always see your own nose, but your brain learns to filter it out. You can always feel your own tongue residing inside your mouth. The only thing you are able to see clear is the exact spot you're looking at. Your brain just fills in the rest. Oh, and the periphery of your vision is in black and white. Owls cannot be choked. OMG, this means that someone tried to choke them and failed on more than one occasion. It was probably that kid who got swindled out of a Tootsie Roll Pop. From the time Pluto was discovered until the time it was demoted from planethood, it still hadn't made one complete revolution around the sun. A polar bear's skin is black, and their hair isn't white, but transparent and hollow. Pufferfish are full of water, not air. Don't know if that's mind-blowing, but I learned that at the ripe old age of 38. Logical when I think about it, but it never crossed my mind. Also, a spinning disc is going faster at the outer edge than in the middle. When a bee is chosen to be the new queen, they are given a special type of honey that completely changes their bodies. Kind of like how a Pokemon evolves. Super simplified, but it's still pretty cool to think about. That special type of honey is called royal jelly. It takes a little over 8 minutes for the light from the sun to get to the earth. There's an island in Japan populated only by fluffy bunnies. I looked this up and the island is called Okunoshima. And here's a picture of some of the fluffy bunnies. So what simple but mind-blowing fact could you tell a 4-year-old before bedtime? Let us know in the comments below. Please like and subscribe to get more videos, and we'll see you next time.